the porters. And thank you so much, HGTV, for considering us to be part of the new show, Catastrophes. Alright, this is our kitchen. This was the next room that we were going to go ahead and remodel. However, we couldn't continue living in a home that didn't have some of the amenities. So we did go ahead and spring for a dishwasher. However, we didn't have a countertop space, so as you may notice, there is a little bit of a difference between the original countertop and where the dishwasher is. This was actually where the refrigerator used to be, so instead of making it look like the refrigerator was here, we added a shelf so we could get a little bit more counter space. It is very tricky in an older farmhouse to have enough counter space and storage. So one of the things that we don't have is a full pantry. We do, however, have a small closet over next to our refrigerator where we tend to pile things, so we're able to keep everything in the kitchen. One of the projects that we did do was the expansion into our dining room. One of the things that you may notice down here on the ground is where this blue fabric is the original doorway from our kitchen into our dining room. This was something we wanted to completely eliminate this wall. However, this was a load-bearing wall, so we had to put up a beam and then opening the doorway. This is something that we were able to complete, but now with our medical bill budget, it's on a standstill. So as you can see, it's not 100% finished, and there's a difference in the levels of the floors. So next we'll show you the dining room. This room doesn't have any corners, so it's really hard to decorate or move anything around. So first I want to show you what each of the doors are. Our first door goes into our bathroom. In the opposite corner over here, there's another door that goes into our office. This large archway we call our front room. The glass French doors over here are to our bedroom. And then this large hallway goes towards our upstairs. When redoing this room, we had to completely redo all of our drywall. When we took down the drywall, we found bad wiring, hot wires cut and left hanging behind the old drywall. So this wall behind you, you might notice, is plywood. When we took down the drywall, we found behind the plywood these boards. This is a small sample of one, which is it's a yellow pine. It's a little rare nowadays. A belt planer.
Yeah, belt sander.
A belt sander that we put all of our planks through, and after sanding it, this is what the wood looked like. So the reason why you're seeing this is because we are looking to add these right back on the wall. And this thickness was the thickness of the drywall, so then that way we don't have to cut down any of the doorways on this wall. But our hopes are to kind of mimic the look of a log cabin and do filler between each of the boards. This small one goes over here. We have much bigger ones for other spaces. And this is the bathroom.
We really haven't done too much in the bathroom. The electrical is pretty much hanging out in places. The floor is unfinished underneath the sink. When we first moved in, there wasn't a sink in here. We actually put this in and mounted the sink inside of the old buffet.
This is a buffet that we bought from a reuse store. It's called The Store, which is located about 20 minutes from here. So Carl actually cut a hole in the top of this to fit the sink, and then we put a couple coats of poly to make it waterproof. So then that way we can really use it as a bathroom vanity. The next room we'll show you will be the office. To get into the office is another step down, so that's one of the lovely things about living in a home built in 1890 is additions on additions. This room, as you can see, is not really used as an office. Over here is where Carl has all of his clothing. This is actually a rack that he built. You will see in a few minutes why we need all of that clothing. Behind us is all of the old trim for all of the doorways in the dining room, as this is a project that just hasn't been quite finished yet. So a little cramped, but this is where our printer is and our chargers and what we call our office. So then we'll go to our front room next. After we finished this room, we went on our honeymoon. This room involved a lot of ceiling repairs and wall repairs, as the previous owners didn't do a great job patching. Up here behind us is the ceiling repair that I did, and while we were on our honeymoon, our roof actually leaked and completely destroyed all of the work that we did in our bedroom. This is the only room that's really finished and suitable for living. This is a laminate floor that Carl put in when we first moved in, and we were able to paint and put up treatments on the windows to make this room feel new and nice. And probably noticed there's no closets in here, and that's part of the reason why Carl's clothes are in our office.
Not a whole lot level in this house.
Off of the hall, we have what we've referred to as the sunken-in room, and in a second, you will see why. First, with the uneven floor, this is a rock that we use to keep the door shut. You'll notice the door hits on the floor when we open it. This room has a really unique feature, as we call it the tunnel. So sorry that this room is so dark right now. We have one small lamp. Steps down into this room. This room is all slab concrete, as this was an addition onto the house. It was actually an old porch. The previous owners had carpet in this room, and there's a couple spots where you can see where the floor was actually sweating and attached to the carpet. The ceiling in here needs repaired. This is our plans of a bedroom for a child in our future. The drywall patching from where the previous owners moved the staircase wasn't done correctly. Carl and I will move this real quick and show you. This is where the original stairwell came up, and this was the patch job they left me. So working on repairing this so we can paint this area, this hallway, and make it feel new again. This room we have set up as a bedroom. It's really unusable right now, and that's really because of the danger, the health danger with the bats. When Carl and I first saw this room, it is a duck down. We instantly thought that this would be a really great playroom for children. As it has the very large window, we could put up sub walls and keep our storage, all of our Christmas storage. After we moved in, we found out that we had a colony of approximately 100 bats living in these attics. You can notice up here that the moisture from the bat urine and the bat pellet has actually damaged and created all of this. And this is all toxic material. And this is actually part of the reason why Carl can't be in the upstairs, and part of the reason why he can't be in the attic. And if you look closely, I know it's going to be hard to see on the video, but if you look closely in these cracks, you can see the pellets from the bats. This is our catastrophe since Carl was diagnosed. The fact that we can't take care of this house that was built in 1890 that we purchased with the ideas of reviving it. Behind the wall, so as I can squeeze there, you can see the things falling out of the walls. And we'll go back downstairs.
Thank you, HGTV, for choosing us, the Porters. The year 2012 has really been rough, and we're really looking forward to the year 2013. Hopefully it'll be better.
We're really hoping that we can be part of your guys' new TV series just to help out with everything for us. 2012 has really been a giant pause button, and haven't been able to move forward with anything between the multiple hospital trips back and forth, and we're just ready to start our lives. Finishing this house and being able to adopt would mean the world to us. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.